Hey y'all. It's Shawnti Refuge, Master Certified Mental Health Coach, author of the best-selling book Quiet as Kept, and your guide for healing through journaling, boundaries, and self-awareness. So, in this next segment of Parenting Myself First, today's episode is for everybody who is tired of getting pulled into other people's chaos, drama, or emotional bait. Let's talk about it. And I want to give a special shout out to Real Talk Kim because she ingrained this in me few years ago. She said, "You do not have to RSVP to every argument you're invited to." So, with that, I say, not everything deserves a response. And detachment isn't cold, it is sacred. Let's get into what emotional detachment really looks like without shutting down or becoming numb. So, healthy emotional detachment means separating your emotional state from someone else's behavior, expectations, or dysfunction. It don't mean you don't care. It means that you don't allow other people's chaos to hijack your peace. And according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, shout out to NAMI. I am a member of NAMI Greater Houston. Emotional boundaries are one of the most effective ways to reduce symptoms of anxiety and burnout, especially in high conflict or emotionally draining relationships. So here's what emotional detachment sounds like. I can hear your frustration, but I'm not available to fix it for you. Or I don't have to respond to everything that pokes at me. Or I'm allowed to protect my peace without guilt, because you are. There was a time when I responded to everything, baby. I couldn't wait to clap back. Every shade, every text, every comment, every microaggression, especially in the workplace. We'll get into that later. I felt like I had to explain myself or defend my heart constantly. And one day, after a heated phone call with someone who always twists my words, I just didn't call back. I just hung up, didn't follow up, didn't justify. And you know what happened? Nothing. And that nothing was powerful as hell. It was. Because I realized I don't have to attend every emotional fight I'm invited to. And my silence became my boundary and my peace became my response. How can you argue with that? So let's check in real quick. Who are you still trying to prove yourself to? What arguments keep you circling the drain emotionally? And what would it look like to give yourself permission to stop engaging? You are not responsible for other people's misunderstanding of you. You are responsible for your peace. So today's journaling prompt is: where in my life am I confusing silence with powerlessness when it's actually my peace speaking for me? Hmm. I want you to take that prompt and explore the places where less action could mean more freedom. Again, just like Real Talk Kim says, you do not have to RSVP to every argument you're invited to. You don't. Ignore their asses. Simple. If emotional detachment feels foreign or scary because you're used to over explaining or over functioning, I created tools to help you. Y'all hear me say this every time you watch one of my videos. I have guided journals that offer prompts to help you rewrite your boundaries and build emotional clarity. I have a support group, Mothering in the Dark, which is our weekly support group where we explore how to parent, grieve, and grow without staying emotionally entangled in dysfunction. If you're not ready for that, then I have a free ebook, Still Love You Always, for those healing from unhealthy emotional bonds. And if you just want to come straight to me, one on one coaching is safe, personalized support to help you detach with grace and not guilt. So let me remind you that you do not have to clap back to prove your worth. You don't have to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. I mean, no matter what you say is wrong, because they want to be wrong, even if you're right. And sometimes the most powerful thing that you can say is absolutely nothing. So subscribe, drop a comment if you're choosing detachment over dysfunction, and I'll see you next time. Stay grounded, stay soft, and stay out of what's not yours. In other words, mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. Next time, y'all.